everyone, and welcome to Obedient Family TV. The program now Hope Alive. Yes, Hope Day. Nigeria, what would they talk about? We'll soon get there. We'll go straight to the things where we said a carry us come today. Make we begin to tell on as the thing that happen. But I no go fail to greet on a morning, afternoon, and evening, depending on our time, the time zone. We don't get confirmed information, say the crisis where they go on for Rivers State, Wike don't begin to lose. And that one happened today as court don't declare, say, now one Edison then confirm as speaker Rivers State House of Assembly. And that person, now Fubara, now in the background. That one just they happen now for Rivers State. And again, if we walk out from Rivers State, we enter Ondo. Akeredolu don't bow to the pressure where they making for give chance, make lucky will be the deputy governor make it take this thing. Now the news when they come out from Ondo State be that one. Then go carry again for this highlight come as where for Lashade, that is the daughter of Tinubu, how Tinubu used taxpayers' money, 10 million to pay for his daughter's hotel bill. That is shocking. That very one will carry and come, and different other things will be say it go follow us for the talk where we won't get today. And not only me all this talk, I get Esther for studio, and our own UC Maxwell go analyze all the things where we say it they happen for this River State, for the Ondo State, and all the other things will concern legal matters from side. So we get our own UC Maxwell for Zoom, and I welcome on board.
Yeah, so greetings to my obedient and well-meaning Nigerians. Welcome from wherever you are watching us from. Nigeria don't rank from whichever number where they be now to 150 over 180 in corruption. Well, which way, Niger? Anyway, we have lots and lots of more to discuss. Welcome and join us.
Yes, so as you they join us now, make you no fail to like and share. So that you got a lot other obedience and well-meaning Nigerians worldwide say Hope Alive program for Obedient Family TV don't come, and we carry plenty things to discuss today. So make we start with waiting they happen for River State, the crisis where we say it they happen for our own UC Maxwell where they for Zoom, making for analyze the implication of waiting that very injunctive relief where Fubara-Backed function gate. Looking at it from the screen right now, I think maybe might give them the heads up on the order where they give. That is it's an ex parte order. It's given by M.W. Danagogo, that is the judge. He said, upon this motion ex parte coming up for hearing and determination before His Lordship Honorable Justice M.W. Dangogo, after reading the affidavit of Right Honorable Edison, here, male adult Christian legal practitioner, legislator, and a Nigerian citizen residing at Port Harcourt, and after hearing Ibroma San with him A.B. Madweni Esquire and so many other councils, say the following interim orders are hereby made. 1. An order of interim injunction restraining the defendants and the second claimant appellants either acting by themselves or through their agents, servants, privies, assigns, or any persons acting in whatever manner and however called or so described, from further use of armed thugs accompanied by police personnel in riot gear to gain access to the Rivers State House of Assembly complex at Moscow Road, Port Harcourt, Rivers State, which was burned, destroyed, damaged, and rendered uninhabitable as a result of the fire that engulfed the assembly complex on the 29th day of October 2023. Contrary to the order of the executive governor of Rivers State relocating the sitting of the first claimant to a secure and more conducive venue to ensure that the activities and meetings of the house are not disrupted during the period of the renovation of the bond building, pending the determination of the motion on notice hearing filed. It be like say this grammar plenty for here, so I go just go back to Maxwell, because I know saying we be saying legal analyst, he don't understand all these jargons where they for here, making for explanation give us. So Maxwell, coming to you directly, I want you to tell us what you think is the legal implications. One, the other speaker has been restrained from parading himself as speaker, and we know that Fubara had just passed a budget, so to speak, that he wants to present to the House. Now, is it the 4 members that are remaining in that function that are now the speaker that are going to be presented? What are the implications when the whole 27 defected members are not present? Please tell us what you think about this, what is happening there.
All right, thank you very much. Good evening to you, Mr. Kanu. It's a pleasure to be here again. Good evening to everybody in the studio and Nigerians, wherever you may be hearing my voice from. What we are seeing coming out from Rivers State is a case of, like the last time we were here, we talked about the political intimidation that is currently happening in Rivers State and how far it has gone to affect, governance in Rivers State since after the elections that saw Similai Fubara become governor of Rivers State. Now, one thing that we see here is that there have been obvious power tussle between Fubara and Nyesom Wike. I would like to speak briefly about the events that led to the removal of Edison Ehie. Now, Edison Ehie was the original speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly. Now, there was a gang up, which that is what I would like to call it. There was a gang up to remove him as Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, which was largely supported or was backed by Nyesom Wike, who is the former governor of Rivers State. And this actually started immediately. Sim Fubara and Wike started to have issues. There was serious antagonisms between Fubara and Nyesom Wike, and then those who were loyal to Wike orchestrated a removal of Edison Ehie as Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly. Now, the case went to court, and then a certain Martin started parading himself as the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly. What we are seeing here is a judgment by the court, an order. Of course, the court has delivered judgment, and there's an order that also comes with that judgment, and also the awarding of fine to the tune of about, I think, 50 million naira was awarded, regarding the suit. Now, what is the judgment saying is an important question. The judgment has returned or has established that the recognized Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly is Edison Ehie. And Edison Ehie is among the four members of the House that are in the camp of Sim Fubara. These 4 people have pledged their support for the current governor of Rivers State, Sim Fubara, but we have seen that as much as 27 House members have pledged support for Nyesom Wike. In fact, they've gone ahead to decamp from their various parties and, go to the camp of the APT. We saw the last time we were here, Mr. Kanu, we saw the videos of where they were singing on the mandates that they are going to stand and all of that. So the court has established that indeed Edison Ehie remains the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly. It has removed Martins and ordered him to stop parading himself. Another thing I'd like to mention is that we saw how police officers, members of the armed forces, went to the Rivers State House of Assembly and began to act in unpleasant manner and manners that are not in line with their style of or with their rules of engagement. The court also made an order restricting police officers or members of the armed forces from going to the House of Assembly to interfere with the actions of the Legislative House, because this, we know, is a way that the executive uses to intimidate oppress and coerce the legislative arm of government. And this is also striking because we see here that even the governor of a state, Fubara, does not have a say about the security apparatus or the security operations in his state, a state where he's governor. That is why we can see that police officers loyal to the federal, police officers that are loyal to the camp where Wike belong, will go into River State and act as they please or act in accordance with the orders they are receiving from the federal, rubbishing the authority of an executive governor who have been affirmed as governor of the state. So these are issues that are bedeviling our nation, that are bedeviling our democracy as it is, although people like to say there is no democracy in Nigeria. But then, these are the obvious things. I also made mention of Section 109, subsection 1, subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution, to the effect that the Speaker of the House has the power, the constitutional power, to look into the actions of members of the House and in line with it, give a decision if they have contravened the provisions of that same Section 109, subsection 1. Now, subsection 1 talks about the it talks about how a sitting member of the House of Assembly can lose his seat. One of the reasons where he loses his seat is where he decomes to another political party that is different from that which brought him into the seat, except there is a division in the party or where the party has decided to merge with another party. So here we have seen 27 lawmakers that have said that they are decamping from their parties and heading to the APC. Section 109 of that Constitution, subsection 2, gives the Speaker the authority to consider their seats even vacant by the interpretation of that, if it is clear and obvious that they have notified him of their decamping to another party. And I told you that the PDP had already made a statement. They had delivered statements. In fact, they had informed INEC to conduct another election to occupy these seats. As it relates to the budget, there is already a budget, and as we speak, I know that the budget has been passed, or information available to me is that the budget has been passed by the House. So we are waiting to see how the events unfold in River State. It is a lot of drama, it is a lot of intriguing events that is coming out from River State. However, Mr. Kanu, before I end what I'm going to say on River State, I must state this. It is obvious that this entire charade, this entire abuse on our democracy, this entire political gimmick and games that we are seeing in River State has had an adverse effect on the people of River State. It is unfortunate that people go out on election day to vote and they are given a governor, and then the governor is precluded from carrying out his constitutional duties. We have seen that since Fubara came into office, the people of River State have not had the opportunity to get the dividends of democracy. He has not been allowed to continue with the duties of his office, from one court case to the other, from one National Assembly, State House of Assembly drama to the other, from one defection to another decamping, and several issues coming out from there. I think that the people should be a priority to any government. And it's unfortunate that the good people of River State have not been prioritized in all of this. Wike has allowed his ego and his personal ambition to override the people of River State. And the same thing goes for Fubara, because we saw that this was agreements that they went into even before Fubara became governor of River State. So when people continue to trade the commonwealth of the people for when certain individuals, few individuals for that matter, trade the commonwealth of the people for their personal gains, this is what we see. The people do not get the benefits of governance, they do not get the dividends of democracy, and at the end of the day, the grasses will continue to suffer, who are the masses in River State and across the Federation.
Yes, Maxwell, very, very well captured. I see some people in different platforms that are asking the question why basically like the Obedient Family TV is always up and coming on Wike, something like why not leave Wike alone. But let me go straight to tell you that Wike offended not just the Obedient Family TV, but Obedience and well-meaning Nigerians by rigging the Rivers State election to Tinubu, and whereby he gets this very FCT. So obviously, we try to bring out whatever information that is coming out on that side, and it will be good if we hear that Wike has been relieved of his ministerial duties. That is as far as we can get. But that is to answer the person on the platform. Now, coming to the second part of my question to you, Maxwell. I was talking about Fubara, who is the governor, has just, they have just finished the packaging of their budgets, of their called, whether it's renewed hope or consolidation, whatever they call it. Now, I'm looking at the function that defected, that of course they are talking about declaring their seat to be vacant. Vis-a-vis the remaining four functions that are with Fubara. Now, is it with these four that is with Fubara-Backed, will they form a quorum to actually pass this very budget, or that Fubara still is in a dilemma? Maxwell, I don't know if we lost you there.
I don't know. I didn't get your question clearly.
Okay, the question is this. We have 27 lawmakers who are defected. Now, of course, the PDP is asking that their seats be declared vacant. And because now the other function of Wike have been asked not to parade themselves as a speaker, and we know probably they are not attending the same planning, that is the same meeting, the house meetings. So now, Simi Fubara, the governor of Rivers State, needs to present his budget to the house. Now, my question is it legal for him to present a 4-member House of Assembly, Rivers State, that is within his camp to pass that budget for him? Or what is he gonna do? That is the question.
Well, Mr. Kanu, the fact is that there is a quorum that is set for them to hear, matters at the plenary or at the legislative house. If 27 people have been deemed to have lost their seat by virtue of decamping to another party, then we now begin to ask the question whether the 4 members who are part of the assembly can form that quorum, because they will be deemed as the only members of the house. I think that this is another constitutional question that we would be looking at going forward, because there are possibilities that go ahead with their plenary to pass, that budget. But then let's see what happens, because for now, 4 people being members of the house out of about 30-something people, or I don't know the number in the Rivers State House of Assembly. If the court deems their seat vacant, it is possible that these 4 people will be able to get the budget done for the executive arm of government.
Okay. I think at that point will happen from tomorrow. But for some of people who are also commenting on our WhatsApp platform asking these questions, let me also bring to you that there is certain utterances that are coming out from, or that came out from Wike before he left office in Rivers State. And I want us to go back and listen to them so that we understand that this man that is Wike is just a joker. He's bent on destabilizing the state and making Simi look like he is not attending to the governance that he has been elected to do. Let's take a listen to what Wike said in different time before he left office regarding godfatherism, that what happened in Lagos is not going to happen in Port Harcourt and all what not. He says so much. Let's take a listen. We'll be right back.
No, by the grace of God, I go. That's how God wants it. But see, when you are in a position to think that what's happening in Lagos State, you will do it here. It may be difficult. You cannot continue to say you must be a godfather of the state. That's the problem. It's not possible. Today I live here in the name of Almighty God. I have no business to say, why must I produce? Why? What am I hiding? The people of the state should be able to say, this is who they want to produce. We from River State, we know we have lost somebody in Dr. Peter. I can tell you, what in Nigeria. Announcement. So everybody will have to be careful. You give somebody an umbrella, the next day he defects. EFCC will come. He said, no, let me join them. So EFCC will not be against you. You carry the vote of another party and you join another party. Can you transfer vote? You work hard for somebody to win the election. Tomorrow the person says, no, I have defected. If you are defecting, leave the seat. If you know it is easy.
It is unfortunate that this man that is called Wike, though regarded as from many as somebody who is smart, has turned out to be the person who is now rocking the state. But as we can see, Fubara, the governor of River State, has learned so much from him. We are not saying he's a good man or he's a saint, as the case might be. He has several cases to answer that he never answered for, that even Wike waged for him before he got to be governor. So that is not the point. The point where we are coming from is that the fight intensified and the state is held at ransom. The budget may not be passed as timely as he should get. The state will suffer for lacking funds, and obviously Tinubu is not going to side Simi on this. So Maxwell, a quick one finally before we let go of this Rivers. You have seen the videos of Wike saying several things about APC, saying they are cancerous. He has said several things about godfatherism, that is not going to happen, that he's, he says so much. So now everything he has said or he believed against is what is happening. So that's why when we tell people, we can clearly rigged the election of the winnings of P2B in River State, and people continue to doubt. Just tell me your thoughts on his promises that he will never do anything about godfatherism like in Lagos, like Tinubu did, and all of that. Your thoughts on this, please.
Well, what we are seeing here is just political play for Wike. Wike has, of course, said several things to portray himself as a righteous man or as the godfather of the PDP. Now, he had promised us that he was never going to decamp. He called the APC cancer and called the PDP, I think, malaria. And it's unfortunate that now he has left malaria for cancer, although he is hiding under the thoughts that because of he has not officially decamped or gotten an APC card, that in the real sense of it, that he's just being a part of government, not a part of APC. But these are the things when we see people who are not loyal to the people, they are only loyal to their personal pockets. He spoke so badly about godfatherism, how it happened in Edo State and several other states, of course. Even in the same River State, before now, we've seen godfatherism play so well in River State. He made several statements about this. It's unfortunate that today, these are still the same things that we are seeing from the same Wike. He is now dallying and going in bed with the same APC folks that he condemned, the same APC he called cancer and several other things. And same style of government he had kicked against. It just goes to show you that Wike is just an autocrat and a dictator that was just waiting to unveil himself while he was governor of Rivers State. And of course, he's already unveiling himself. But I can say for sure that this will be a very, very difficult one for Wike to handle.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be tough, and we'll be watching. As a matter of fact, we'll be getting our popcorn, and we'll be watching. Let me use the word of Pa Adebanjo with a binocular. We'll be watching them. Now let's take a step out from Wike. We'll come back to it probably by tomorrow and see how the things are unfolding there. Let's get to this very shocking revolution that Tinubu, or let me respect Mr. President, Chief Bola Tinubu lavished 10 million naira to pay a hotel bill for his daughter's guest using taxpayers' money, Nigerian money. Sometimes, Maxwell, I'll be coming to you, but let me get back to studio here. This concerns women. As he say, the mouth of Esther here for studio, they do mui. Esther, I don't know woman, whether they do na this very something. Why Tinubu daughter no go fit as the Yalo of Nigeria, be waiting in call herself Nigeria. Of Nigeria. Yes. Why she no fit take care of her own guest by herself? Common 10 million naira. I thought the wife, which is another woman, that's why I'm coming to you, said that they were rich, that they are not going to touch Nigerians' money and all of this. Why is it now that this is coming from the budget government spend platform that unveiled this, 10 million naira was paid, and even the hotel name was mentioned? Why will we use Nigerian the taxpayers' money to pay for a guest of the daughter of Chief Bola Tinubu?
Yes, exactly, Mr. Kanu. It's a very, very disgraceful and shameful act per se. That, just like you said, when I heard this, I was like, okay, fine. During the election period, the wife of Bola Tinubu came out to tell us that they are very rich, her family is very comfortable, they can afford anything. So why would the daughter go to the extent of using taxpayers' money that is made for the citizens of a particular country to entertain her guests? Now the thing is that anytime we start making public office, because they say this public office, anytime you're there, it's just to embezzle money, it's just to siphon the public fund. Anytime we start making this a kind, I don't know how to put it, but anytime we start make less attractive for them, because anytime they know that fine, they're going to give accountable, they will be held accountable to any money that is spent on irrelevant things. At least they will buckle up and know that our people are actually watching. Okay,
let me get to Maxwell on this. Maxwell, so I don't know if it is legal for Tinubu through the office of the vice president to pay for hotel accommodation, feeding of a guest that is not a guest that come to the state house, a guest that is said to be a guest of the daughter of Tinubu, which is Folashade Tinubu Ojo, the Eyaloja of Nigeria. Please, can you tell me if it is legal for them to use taxpayers' money to pay for a guest that is not visiting the state house?
Mr. Kanu, the fact there is that even guests that are visiting the state house, there is a limit to the welfare package that can be given to such guests. Now, in the United States of America, of course, it is one of the first world countries where the law probably operates better than any other place in the world. There is a budget that is for the feeding of the president and for the feeding of, and it is very limited. In fact, if the president decides to eat more than the provision that has been made to the White House, he will have to pay from his own pocket. It's there. These things are verifiable. You can go and check it. But what we see in Nigeria is a total abuse for the law, where people where we now see the government using taxpayers' money to pay for individual frivolities. That is why we could see the impetus of the Lagos state government paying, I think, about 150 million naira to lawyers who represented the governor on an individual capacity in court. The documents were there. They came out to the public space. So when a person vying for the office of governor needs to go to court for election case, after he wins the case, he uses the state money to pay the lawyers. And that is what we are seeing at the federal. And of course, this person is the person that laid the foundation for such illegality. Bola Tinubu, that we are seeing that they now use taxpayers' money to pay people who visit or to give welfare to people who visit the daughter of the president in the state house. Now, it's unfortunate there is no office that is known as the daughter of the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. There is no office known to law like that. Even the office of the first lady is not known to law. It is just for reasons of administration that they put these things. But when we begin to see such abuse of the Commonwealth of Nigerians, this is the height of it. We have not had it this bad since 1999, Mr. Kanu. We've not seen anything like this. Where state governors are using funds to pay their personal lawyers, federal, the person who occupies the seat of president now feeds people who come to visit the daughter of the president at the state house. It's unfortunate that this is what is going on, and Bola Tinubu should be made to answer for these things. He is not spending from his personal pockets. He's spending the monies of myself, your money, Mr. Kanu, and the monies of every Nigerian out there. So they should be accountable for it. These things, of course, I don't know how do I put it? I don't know how these informations, where these informations are coming from, but I know that it is more than this. We see a lot of wasteful spendings that are even more than this in the state house, and they need to call themselves to order and stop spending or wasting the people's money on frivolities. It is actually a shame on Bola Tinubu. They claim that they had monies to feed themselves and to feed their family, but it's obvious that they are not interested in the ordinary Nigerian. They're only interested in looting more and more, not only for themselves, for their unborn generations. And we must be serious about making sure that these people do not remain in the seat of power.
Okay, Maxwell, that is a good one. We have our own people reactions on the on X and different platforms. We have the one that is coming from comrade Aisha Yusufu, who congrats to her on her 50th birthday. She is mama now. Auntie Aisha, we greet you. So Aisha actually talked about this. He said, talk about mental poverty, and Tinubu and his family present it. No matter how much they have, it is never enough. They have to dip their hands in the jar. A man who is battling demons of lost identity can never have enough, even if he swallows the whole nation. This is coming from comrade Aisha. Of course, we have the one that is below the Fisai Otumbo's post, who said the vice president's office pays 10 million hotel bills of Tinubu's daughter's guests. And then this goes on and on. So congrats to Aisha at this point on your post, and also as you are celebrating your husband now has a 50-year-old wife. Yes, we celebrate you, Mama. We always stand by you. We we align our thoughts with you as you always with us. So congrats, Mama. Okay, moving forward quickly, let's go to Ondo State, where, as we know, Akredolu, I think that is the governor of, he has, declared his intent to actually relegate the duties to his deputy, Lucky, that is the deputy governor of Ondo State. And I can see that a lot of activities before then happened. Some people went to Akure's main hall to hire it so that they could force him out to resign. and I heard the DSS and other operatives went and harassed those people to balance them their money. And that town hall meeting, their plan is to actually force the sick man out of the office. But hey, in as much as people don't want to indulge in talking about somebody who is sick and all of that, but you recall, Esther, that Akeredolu during the time of I think Yaradua was asking Yaradua to actually resign or hand over to Goodluck Ebele Jonathan as at that time. So, but notwithstanding all what has been happening, he has been sick for a while. May God grant him this thing. But the news coming out from there is the fight is about to be over. We heard some time ago that Tinubu asked them to sign an e-signature to get an e-signature of his resigning from office. A lot of things coming out from there. But the news coming out this evening is saying that Akeredolu finally is proceeding on a sick leave and is handing over to Lucky, who is the deputy governor. But all that drama that has gone down in that very place, federal actors, state actors, and all of that. So, Maxwell, I don't know if you are abreast with what has been happening in this Ondo state, or you don't know much about it because they wanted to impeach him. It didn't work out. They want to call him out. Most of the things, the fight has been fierce. But I don't know if you are abreast with what is happening over there. But as at this evening, the news is that I agreed to hand over on a sick leave to Mr. Lucky, who is the deputy governor.
Okay, Mr. Kanu, yeah, the issues that are coming out from Ondo State, it's very clear that the governor has been so interested in power that he had refused to hand over power to the deputy governor for a person who has health issues, and that needed to take care of himself and needed to see that he has a good health. I wish him quick recovery with everything. But it was very instrumental for him to, go and take care of himself before dragging for power. We don't need to even start making analogies or symbiosis from the case of Yaradua. It should be an ethical thing for any person who occupies elective office to know that the people are a priority. And if you can no longer serve the people, there's a need for you to take a step back. I would advise for you to resign. There's nothing there in resigning from office on health grounds. Mr. Kanu, I hope that you know that this is also a ground for which he can be impeached. I hope you're aware of that. Now, when you look at the provisions of Section 189, Section 188, Section 189 of the 1999 Constitution, which talks about permanent incapacitation of the governor of a state or the deputy governor of a state, this is a ground for him to be removed on health grounds. If his health can no longer carry him, the State House of Assembly should do the needful, but I don't think that they have the balls. I don't think that they have the cojones to do so. What we are seeing here is a place where, or in Nigeria, is where anybody who tries as much as possible to get to the place of power uses it to intimidate everybody. He turns it to a family affair, and they don't want to relinquish power. But I'm happy that the news that is coming out from Ondo State is that he has decided to allow his deputy take charge, and if indeed they want to remove him from the place of governor due to his incapacitation, I think that they should do so on health grounds so that he can have ample time to take care of, himself.
Okay, thank you very much. This is as much as we are gonna go today, but I won't bring in Franklin Ekichukwu's tweet, which says that psychophancy is a serious disease. It's talking about Nyesom Wike of Rivers State. Says psychophancy is a serious disease. the abuse of power, the inability to distinguish realities to vanity cumulates to stupidity. Nigerian politics insults democratic principles and values. It is unfortunate that this man, although regarded as a strong man and hero to some people, is an embarrassment to the democratic process and a killer to Nigerian democracy. Not just the Nigerian precisely reverse democracy. And before we go, make I no fail to bring back to studio myself, as Esther don't touch me, say in studio. So you dey talk say Tinubu go Borno State. Yes. And that one you talk say you won't bring it. Tinubu go Borno State. Go stay for Borno State. Come they tell them say in there sorry for wetin happen for Kaduna State. I don't know whether Maxwell still there here myself.
It's very, very laughable that.
It's really, really laughable. I don't know whether Maxwell still there. Person go Bronu to go commission motor wey be say dem buy taxi for Bronu. Yes. Then he go commission taxi for Bronu. Come there, he said he is there. Let me use his word precisely. Abi, let's even play. Make people hear. Make you not be say we just they laugh. Chief Bola Tinubu. Make we hear as him take talk so that I go understand what we they talk. Make we hear what he tell them. Let's take a listen.
Purpose is to condole the entire country through the army on the loss of life in Kaduna. Is tragic. But as people of faith and the people who believe in this country, and importantly, faith, death through Malud and the separation of God, the Shahada. We must take that one as a tragic event decided by God. Otherwise, it won't happen.
You see, psycho fans, they clap, you understand? Somebody say clearly, say his purpose of coming to Bronu is to condole with Bronu people for the loss of life what happened for Kaduna State. Yes. Maybe I don't get them. You get them.
Very, very cool. And do you know, Mr. I have to play this video over and over again to really understand. I was like, wow, is this man really for you? Like something happened in Kaduna, you're going to Boronu to go and condole with them. What's the relationship? Easily quickly go to Kaduna where the thing happened and even go to the community. Even if you cannot get to the community, at least you can meet their governor and condole with him. This is what happened in their state.
They didn't tire me.
Exactly, and even telling them that it is an incident, that is a tragic incident from God. How can it be from God? Now, our OPO has gone there this afternoon from what I gathered on Earth. He went there, you see the way, see the love they showed to him and the warm welcome and everything.
Was signal.
Okay.
As and signal, we say make we for carry our car come on for studio. So now so we go take them today because our time don't give us signal. Signal make we carry our kaya they come out for studio. Until tomorrow when we come your way again. Bye.